Happy Friday, man. Shout out to y'all, man. We in the building. Shout out my guy Dave Dust, my guy Reaper. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my guy IBM Brown. Shout out my guy Angel Gonzalez. 15 people here. I'm going to talk to all y'all. Shout out my guy Goddard. Hey, my guy Eagles Realist, man. Welcome to Bully Land. Shout out Rashawn Sanders, man. I be seeing you, boy. JC, boy, what up? Messiah, what's up? What's up? Drew Johnson, shout out to you. Yo, this stream already live. Okay, let's get it. East Camden for life. Shout out to you, man of God. Shout out to you. Shout out D-Lo, my guy D-Lo. What's popping? Listen, man, they talk about. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Y'all know the vibes. Big man skate. Yo, it's brick outside. I usually don't wear no jacket or no coat or things of that nature, but it's brick out there. Bundle up. Bundle up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. They talk about Jonathan Gannon is the front runner for the Texans head coaching job. How'd that happen? How do we get here? How do we get here that our defensive coordinator has been so good in the eyes of everybody in the National Football League that he should be the front runner for a head coaching position? Now, as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I'm not going to hold you. As an Eagles fan, get him out of here. If he's so good to y'all, take him. Because he ain't been that good to us. He ain't been that good to us. And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down in the video later just how bad Jonathan Gannon has been. The front runner. And we're going to talk about Jonathan Gannon. Because you're not going to come here and be historically bad and then leave and get a promotion without somebody talking about it. We're going to talk about it. We definitely got to talk about it because... Hold on, let me get some of this. I didn't get a chance to get me a smoothie today. I ain't get my smoothie today. It's cold, man. I ain't got time to be holding on to no cold smoothie like that. You know what I mean? But, you know, some possible upgrades. Like, so we're not going to get into upgrades. We're going to do all that in the video later. But Jonathan Gannon played against Tom Brady, played against Patrick Mahomes, played against Dak Prescott, played against Derek Carr, Herbert. There's probably one more guy out there. And they all had 80% completion percentage. They all had a completion percentage of 80%. Jonathan Gannon doesn't know how to adjust. He's going to run his scheme. As long as he's not getting beat with deep shots, he's praying that his defense can go out there and make something happen on a third down, get a stop, get off the field. He's praying that those things happen. But those things don't happen all the time to teams like the Philadelphia Eagles. It just doesn't happen. Why? Because Jonathan Gannon's defense was second to last in sacks. That's a big deal. I don't care who you are, bro. He was second to last in sacks. We only had more sacks than the Atlanta Falcons. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. That's not good. If you know at the halfway point of the season that you're just not good at getting sacks, you got to change something up. Yeah, he did blitz. Yeah, he did try to show a couple things. He did try to get creative. But I think, in my opinion, it was just too little too late for real. It was too little too late. I mean, we didn't really, he sacked Brady 4 times. I didn't expect that. But he's been historically bad throughout the course of the season, man. We were just getting, like, destroyed by competent passing quarterbacks, man. And that not only does that put a strain on a quarterback who's still young and still developing, it puts a strain on the team. It's demoralizing when you can't stop guys. It's demoralizing. You know what I mean? How do you think we would have did with Schwartz, the defensive pieces we have now compared to what he had at the time? I think with Schwartz would at least made these guys throw deep. He would have challenged them deep. Now, with Jim Schwartz, I think you might have been, you know what? I don't know. I think you would have did better with Schwartz. Because Schwartz ain't have no Rasul Douglases running around. Ain't no Sidney Joneses out there. Ain't no Jalen Millses. You upgraded the QB. You upgraded your cornerback 2 position with Steven Nelson, which was a great idea. Avonte Maddox earned an extension. Darius Slay made the Pro Bowl. So if it's some guys that I'm going to leave on the island, this was one of your best years to do it. Blitz and have guys play one-on-one. Make guys have to beat you with great passes. We didn't do that. Jim Schwartz would have did that. He would have made you beat whoever he had lined up out there. and hope he would have been able to get home with 4 most of the time. This dude barely blitzed and played zone. You can't do that. If your 4 is not getting there when you play in zone, that means you're giving the defense extra. All you need is time to beat the zone. All you need is time to beat the zone. The offense will find little pockets to sit down at in that zone to get completions, effortless completions. So I wasn't impressed with Jonathan Gannon at all. I don't understand how he's even getting all of these interviews, but it opens up the door for new guys to come out there and do their thing. My guy D-Rob, man. My guy D-Rob, thank you for the super chat. He said, man, how do you think we would have did with Schwartz? Oh, I just read that. Sorry, I was a little long-winded on that, but yeah, I just don't, I'm not hating on nobody getting no promotion or nothing like that, but I feel like, it is what it is, man. It's a lot of great coaches out there. Fangio is my guy. The dude from the Denver Broncos was just fired. That is my pick for defensive coordinator. If I want to pick a defensive coordinator, I don't want to pick nobody who's up and coming from a team, an equipment manager or a cornerback coach. I don't want to do that no more. Get me a fired head coach to be a coordinator. Get me a fired head coach. You want to know why I want a fired head coach this year? Because he probably got more coaching experience than Nick Sirianni. A fired head coach would have more coaching experience than Nick Sirianni 9 times out of 10. So when you get great people around each other, great things should be able to translate on the football field. I don't want a guy coming into the building that this would be an upgrade for. I don't. Now, it's rare that somebody's going to take a defensive coordinator job from somewhere else just to be a defensive coordinator somewhere else. But give me Fangio, bro. Give me Fangio. Fangio or Flores for DC? Yeah. Fangio. I don't know why I keep saying Fangio or Fangio, which one it is. Fangio is known to run a 3-4. We need something different. We need something different. And honestly, I'm praying for him to get the job too. I wish him nothing but success. But I just don't think. I think if we're being honest, he didn't earn a promotion. You don't do that. You don't give up 80% completion percentage and then start getting jobs. You don't do that. The reason why the defense looked as good as it did, in my opinion, is because we ran the ball and we kept opposing offenses of bad teams off the field. We did. That's what we did. When it was time for the beginning of the season, when we should have been running the ball, when we was going against all them high-power offenses, we didn't run the ball. We tried to go blow for blow with guys who've been going blow for blow with guys for years and some new dudes. And we learned that the hard way. Listen, running the ball is such a strong tool. I firmly believe that if we would have ran the ball in the beginning of the season, we could have been an 11-12 win team. It is what it is. We still made the postseason. But running the ball, you got to do it. You just can't talk about running the ball. You can't. Donnell Shipley, thank you for the super chat. What up, LB? I agree with your take on the draft picks, the draft pick pocket 1. And if Hurts don't pan out, go after Bryce Young, quarterback for Alabama. I don't like what I saw from Bryce Young out of the championship game. That's just one game. Yeah, but that's my thoughts on it, man. Hurts earned his keep. You know what I mean? To be the quarterback for next season. It don't cost you much for real. Continue to develop him. You know what I mean? And then pocket one of them 3 first-round picks. You know what I mean? The mission for Howie Roseman should be to come into 2022 or the 2023 draft with multiple first-round picks. That should be again, pocket one of them. I think you can get away with that. Now, in the last 2 videos I did the pros of, of building around Jalen Hurts, and I kind of did the pros of, getting rid of your first-round picks and bringing in the veteran wide receiver, a veteran quarterback, I'm sorry. Like, look, everybody knows that I'm for keeping Jalen Hurts around. It's not no secret about that. I am Hurts season. I am him. It's, you know what I mean? It's everybody knows that. But to be fair to everybody who might not agree with that take, I decided to do the video I did late last night, really later than usual. I decided to do the video I did to, to show what I thought the upside was in bringing in a veteran quarterback. There's not a lot of upside to it. It's not. You're going to get more primetime games. What you going to get? More passing yards? More explosive plays in the passing game? Jalen Hurts led the NFL in explosive plays. All you're going to get is a consistent 9-8 team because you still got a bunch of holes, and you're going to get more primetime games out of it. You'll get more passing yards. Yay, whoop-de-doo. But who's to say you're going to get more passing yards? Jalen Reagor is probably a bust. Who's to say? Who's to say you're going to get more passing yards? It is what it is. In a wide receiver room that's as up and down as ours, with the exception of Devontae Smith, you never know what you're going to get out of the passing game for real, for real. You never know. Jalen only had 16 touchdowns. 7 was called back. Talk about that to me, Dominic. Talk about that to me. A lot of content creators not talking about the touchdowns that were called back due to penalty. The missed opportunities there. When you're talking about missed opportunities and you're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, the only thing that comes to a lot of people's mind is incomplete passes. The only thing that comes to a lot of people's mind is incomplete passes. Zach Ertz dropped a touchdown pass. Dallas Goddard dropped 2 touchdown passes. We had 3 touchdown passes called back for illegal contact on those pick plays. That's 6 touchdowns right there. Devontae Smith stepped out of bounds, came back in and touched the ball. I thought it was a touchdown. That's 7. Jalen Reagor went out of bounds this year. That's 8. That's 8. You don't tell me about 16 touchdown passes without accounting for the 10 rushing touchdowns that the guy had. Now, if these guys come down with half of those touchdown passes, what you got, 22 touchdown passes? What you got? You in the 20s. You got 20 touchdown passes, under 10 picks with 10 rushing touchdowns. Reagor dropped 2. Thank you, D-Lo. Quez dropped 1. You up to 10. You up to 10 dropped touchdown passes. 10 missed opportunities where the quarterback delivered the catchable ball. Let's talk about that. How many did he run for? He ran for 10. You got to talk about that too. I'm all for keeping it fair. I'm all for keeping it fair. But the problem that we're running into, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you're being fair to Jalen Hurts, people think you're delusional. Greg Ward dropped 1. We up to 11? Are we up to 11? When you're being fair to Jalen Hurts, people think that you love him, that y'all twins. I'm fair with everybody, bruh. He only had 16 touchdown passes, but let's not talk about the 10 that was dropped. Come on, bro. Come on. It's development that needs to happen in so many areas of this of this football team. It don't make no sense. The wide receivers are young and underdeveloped. Devontae Smith ain't where he's supposed to be. He's still got a lot to learn. I would like Devontae Smith to come back for the ball more instead of waiting for the ball to drop in his hands. I would like him to come back and attack the ball, and he start doing that later towards the end of the year. Jalen Reagor, if it's a wide receiver development sheet, we got 2 guys that need to go through the whole damn process of development all over again. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Jalen Reagor, and they got a lot of time. If you're being for real, Greg Ward, come on. If you're running out there with Greg Ward as a guy that you expect to put in some damage with, you need an upgrade. You need to draft somebody, bruh, or you need to trade for something. If you're running out here with Jalen Reagor, Greg Ward, and Arcega-Whiteside getting meaningful minutes in the regular season, your wide receiver room isn't good. That's the bottom line, bro. And I like Greg Ward. But Greg Ward, Jalen Reagor, and Arcega-Whiteside is not going to get it done. They're not going to get it done for Russell Wilson. They're not going to get it done for Deshaun Watson. They're not going to get it done for Aaron Rodgers. They are not going to get it done. They're not going to get it done. The bottom line, the only wide receiver that you can carry over from it's 2. You can carry over Quez, and you can carry over Devontae Smith, and Aaron and Russell and Deshaun will be able to do something with those guys. But what happened if one of those guys is out? What happened? Dallas Goddard is one of the highest paid tight ends in the game. He still has developing that he needs to do. At least once a game, he drops a goddamn wide open touchdown pass. If it's one person that was targeted, who Jalen Hurts always looked for, it was Dallas Goddard. And Dallas Goddard dropped his share of passes this season. He dropped his share of passes this season. I got an issue with Miles Sanders not having a touchdown this year. As many red zone trips that we had, you mean to tell me that Miles Sanders can't get in the end zone? We got a lot more stuff to work on than thinking that we should trade our draft picks for a quarterback. And I'm glad the Philadelphia Eagles sound like they have the stance of building up around the quarterback, at least for another year. At least for another year. You know what I'm saying? It's time to call a spade with some of these guys, man. Some of these guys on the team are lazy. Some of these guys on the team are lazy. I said before the season started that Rager don't even look like he wants to run hard. It's criminal. It's criminal for Rager to have more targets than Quez Watkins. If that was the case, I got to check up on that. Criminal. You need another tight end. If Dallas Goddard misses a game, which he misses one at least every year, who the hell you going to... Tyree Jackson just tore his knee up last game of the season. If Dallas misses a game, what tight end is going to be able to step into that role? You need to correct in the offseason, man. You got things you need to correct in the offseason. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Should have called hot spots, but I don't understand it. He had Fletcher Cox playing out in game. My bad. Sorry for the slight lag. But yeah, yo, I would never turn the Wi-Fi on facts. Hold on, give me a second. Bad. We back, man. Give me a thumbs up real quick. Damn, it's lag. We good. We good. Give me a thumbs up. We good. My bad. I got the Wi-Fi back on. My bad. Apologies. Rager trying to hack me. Somebody was trying to do something. Somebody's trying to do something. But yeah, man, you got way too much you need to be correcting to be running around here talking about a quarterback right now. If we was a quarterback away and I felt like, you know, a quarterback change would help us. Listen, I want to win the Super Bowl. I want to win the Super Bowl. Yes, I'm for Jalen Hurts' development and his success as a Philadelphia Eagle. But if I knew for sure that bringing Aaron Rodgers here would win us a Super Bowl, then you would have to pack him up. Hurts would have to go. It's him up. Hurts will have to go. It's about winning. Let me get to these super chats real quick. My guy Flipping the Bird, man, thank you for the super chat. We should bring in Mike Zimmer as defensive... I ain't mad at that. As defensive coordinator, keep Ward and get him more involved in the offense. Drop J.J. Arcega-Whiteside like a sack of potatoes and bully Rager on the depth chart for another year and then drop him. Bury him on the depth chart. I agree. My guy Flipping the Bird again, bring in Allen Robinson, draft another stud. I agree. My guy Flipping the Bird again, bring in Allen Robinson, draft another stud wide receiver, and bring in an offensive linebacker, Hassan Reddick. Use rest of the draft picks to build defensive depth. I like all of those plans. I like all of those plans. You in and out, LB. My bad. What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Everybody's saying we lagging. What you think about Vic Fangio from the Broncos as defensive coordinator? That's my pick. Fangio is my pick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read the super chats as they come in. You know what I mean? I think when I click on the screen to read the super chat, I think that kind of slows it down. But yeah, man, you just got way too much going on, man. And I'm not going to beat that dead horse all off season because the front office got to make a decision. But I firmly believe this, man. You're not a quarterback away. You'll be doing nothing but wasting your time getting Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson. Nothing happens fast and overnight in the National Football League. We all know this. We've been watching this for a long time. These fair weather fans who see Jalen Hurts throw all season, people was messaging me talking about they miss Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz just lost to Trevor Lawrence for a playoff spot. Is some of the stuff that people saying, is this for shock value? You miss Carson Wentz? He's done developing. He is what he is. I was one of the biggest Carson Wentz supporters in the world. You got to be kidding me. Sound in and out. My God, my bad, man. People, no, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Some people saying they can hear me. Yo, LB, audio going in and out. The stream good for me. People saying they straight. I'm getting a little mixed reviews. I apologize, man. Wentz saying that I've been defending Hurts over Wentz all off season. I mean, it's not even. I hear you loud and clear. Cool, I appreciate you. My guy LT, thank you for the super chat. LB, the audio drops every 2 seconds. Can't hear. Damn, what is going on with that? A lot of people saying I'm good, man. Maybe, maybe you guys should leave and come right back in. A lot of people saying I'm good. You got some onesies and twosies that can't hear me. My bad, man. My guy Ethan said the audio fine on his end. Everybody's saying maybe we good. Maybe we good. But yeah, man, I mean, it's certain things I just don't understand, man. Like, the Philadelphia Eagles have never been in a position to develop a quarterback. Not that I can remember. We've never developed anybody. You know what I mean? We were in the process of developing Carson Wentz, but he got hurt. After Carson Wentz got hurt after the 2017 season, and for the record, it's hard to do what Carson Wentz did in 2017. Even if you don't get hurt, it's hard to do that again. It's hard to do that again. Jimmy G played in a Super Bowl. They've been talking about Jimmy G like he was mop water until he beat Dallas. They've been talking about Jimmy G like he was pure mop water until he beat Dallas. Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl. They talk about Cam Newton like he ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. The NFL only respects consistent wins. Aaron Rodgers has been consistently winning in Green Bay. Not consistently winning championships, but they in the playoffs almost every year if Aaron Rodgers is healthy. Now, all of a sudden, Russell Wilson having a rocky season. Now he might need a change of scenery. No, stay over there and fix that. Stay over there and fix that with the team that just paid you a bag. Stay over there and fix that. Because for real, my message to Deshaun Watson is you need to stay over. You probably need to leave there. You might need to leave the Texans organization. I ain't mad at you for wanting to do that. But Russell Wilson, you need to be staying with Pete Carroll until he retire. You need to be staying with them people that took, maybe if it's a mutual thing, I get it. But what's up with these high-profile quarterbacks wanting to change the scenery because they can't get it done where they at already? But they think they're going to come over here and be able to get it done when we in worse shape? We don't have a DK Metcalf or a Tyler Lockett or a Pete Carroll. We don't have Devontae Adams, Lazard, and all of those weapons. We don't have all of that. We don't have all of that. We got to deal with our own mess internally. And the fan base need to understand that what we went through was growing pains. Now, a lot of the growing pains don't result in going to the playoffs. It don't result in it. Yeah, we got cooked, but so did a lot of people get cooked during the wild card weekend. Yeah, people are trying to say we wasn't supposed to be there because it was a 7th spot. But I want to ask the other teams why they ain't get the 7th spot. Come on, bro. How dare a team that didn't make the playoffs talk to me about my team when you couldn't make the playoffs with an extra damn spot this year? Everybody had the same handicap. The extra spot didn't just apply to us. Everybody had the extra spot. The Bucs defensive coordinator said Hurts couldn't read the defense. I saw that. I put that in my video yesterday. I put that clip in there. And he got to work on that. He got to work on that. Jalen Reagor for a second. You're not getting a second-round pick for Jalen Reagor. He got to work on that, bro. He got to work on that. Jalen Hurts needs to be studying the playbook like his last name. He need to be studying the playbook like his career as a starter in this league depends on it. Because it very much well does. If Jalen Hurts comes out here and displays any confusion next season about not being able to read a playbook, then it's a wrap. It is a wrap. If there's one thing he needs to learn where all his outlets are on every given play, and he needs to learn how to go through these progressions. I don't think it's a problem with his arm at all. I think it's a problem with his anticipation. Once you know where your outlet's at, then you're not even forcing no ball or throwing into no bad window. Listen, that don't look good to me. That don't look good to me. Dump down. It's as simple as that. That don't look good. That's covered. With their showing pre-snap, he got to get the pre-snap read down pat. Tom Brady already know where he going with the ball before he line up. He got to get to that level. We need to step aside for Deshaun Watson. Period. What you mean step aside? Alexis, what up? LB, what was the difference with play between Dak, Kyler, and Hurts in the postseason? Because I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler couldn't read the defense either. Listen, Kyler Murray had a worse game than Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Kyler Murray been in the league longer than Jalen Hurts. Kyler Murray has weapons. Kyler Murray has a competent defense. Kyler Murray has a coach. Kyler Murray was flustered by the moment. Now, this ain't no knock to Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray, and they're giving Kyler Murray every excuse in the book because they supposed to. He was a first-round pick. He gets the time, though. Listen, a first-round pick and a 6th-round pick is still a human being. What are we talking about, man? It's still a human being that still got to learn stuff. Whether you was selected in the first, that's like, I'm black, clearly. I'm an African American. But if I was Asian, I still need to learn. I still have a brain. I don't understand it. The judgment and the way that they contort things based upon where you was drafted at. So Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence, I'm not even going to talk about Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray made the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson were completely abysmal. Abysmal. Zach Wilson is trash. Trash. They will not say he's trash, though. They will say he didn't have this, he didn't have that. I don't get it. Going in and out, bro. My bad. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't know, man. For some people, they say it's going in and out. We not in a position to move off of these picks. Hertzef now is the best guy for the job. Shout out to Mike. Appreciate you, man. Oh, yeah, and GOAT Talk will be happening every 2 weeks for the off season. You know what I mean? We still going to keep the train rolling. Stop comparing our AN. Stop comparing our QB to others to try to give him an excuse for being bad. Who you talking to? Michael Robinson? That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm drawing a conclusion. It's not a comparison. What I'm asking y'all is this. Why isn't the energy the same? Why isn't the energy the same? You're not in and out LB. It's his McDonald's internet. I don't know what it is. Why isn't your energy the same? If Jalen Hurts was trash wild card weekend, so was Kyler Murray. Well, my energy is the same. You might be confused by that. That's what's confusing you. You never heard nobody talk with the same energy for everybody. It's not a comparison. But if you want me to really compare, 99% of the people in the world would have drafted Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson over Jalen Hurts, and they would have looked crazy. They would have missed the playoffs this year. And they would have wasted some draft picks to move in a position to get one of them guys. They would have looked crazy. Absolutely, they would have looked crazy for doing that right now. Because Trevor Lawrence is way more raw than everybody expected. So is Zach Wilson. So it's not a comparison. But ain't this sports? Aren't we supposed to compare? I looked at Kyler Murray, and I only watched the Rams game to see how Kyler Murray would respond with his first playoff, outing. And I was disappointed. He'd been in the league 3 years. I was disappointed. So if me being disappointed, you think I'm making excuses for Jalen Hurts? I was disappointed. You go give everybody more time except your quarterback. I don't rock like that. That's not fair, though. Those O-lines are nowhere near ours. Well, why they record better than ours? If you're talking about the Jets and the Jaguars. Those O-lines are nowhere near better than ours. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. They had way better coach in the first 7 weeks of the season. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. The offensive lines being better. They were brought in because they can throw the ball, not because they need all this blocking. They were brought in at those high draft positions because they can read defenses fast and get rid of the ball. None of that other stuff. Young QBs in the playoffs and they win them gone. But I understand it. I understand that you need an offensive line. I understand a young quarterback needs an offensive line. That was Joe Burrow's problem his rookie year up until he got hurt. But what did the Bengals go do? They said, I think my guy can read it. I think my guy will pick up the game faster a year or two. So with this first pick, I'm going to get him another weapon. And I think they made the right decision because I was highly critical of him coming off an injury and them not getting Penei Sewell and beefing up that, offensive line. You need an O-line, Lord. I understand you need an offensive line. Trust me, I get that you need an offensive line. But Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence should not have looked that bad. I'm sorry, I'm not making no excuse for that. They should have not looked that bad. They shouldn't have. I'm not saying they were supposed to win a Super Bowl their rookie season, but were they better than Jalen Hurts? No. And now y'all trying to tell me they weren't better than Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts had a better offensive line. I mean, they weren't better than him because they weren't better than him. That's why they weren't better than him. Bottom line, I don't make excuses for success. I question failure. Peyton looked that bad his first year. Yeah. Brunson faced it. Jalen isn't that good. He may not be that good, but he was good enough to return with the job. Next year will tell us everything we need to know. Right now ain't the year. That's the bottom line. Right now is not the year. It's not the year to switch your quarterback. There's no quarterbacks to draft that'll be better than Jalen Hurts. And you can't expect a veteran guy to want to come here without no pieces in place. Now, if you're saying Devontae Adams want to follow Aaron Rodgers to Philadelphia, that's different. But that ain't the case. Jalen Hurts is only 23 years old, LB. Correct. Since he got Burrows, his main weapon in college. Yeah, I agree. Next year is the year. You have to do yourself a favor and build off of what you built. You got to do yourself a favor and build off of what you built. You made it to the playoffs. Do it again. Do it again. And Emmanuel Ocho, Emmanuel Acho, he had a really, really good, a really, really good thing that he said. Basically, every quarterback that won their division was the best quarterback in the division. Now, if you think that Jalen Hurts could one day be better than Dak Prescott, then continue your development. But if you don't, then you need to, reevaluate something. Every quarterback that won their division was probably the best quarterback in their division. Look it up. Look it up. I personally think Jalen Hurts can get to the level that Dak Prescott is on. Dak Prescott, in a lot of ways, honestly, if you keeping it 100, regressed last year, in my opinion. I think Jalen Hurts can be just as good as Dak Prescott. So my money is on the development. But you still got another year in the pocket. It's not that hard of a decision. I don't compare. Jalen is Jalen. We have a better line. So what I want a better record. 4-11-1 became 9-8. Now I want more progress. That's all. I agree, LT. Wholeheartedly, LT. I agree wholeheartedly. You went from 4-11-1 to 9-8, getting in the playoffs. Now let's get double-digit wins next season. Because you can't go 4-11, 9-8, then 4-11 again. Somebody will be gone. And it probably will be Jalen Hurts if you go 4-11 again. 37-10 with regression. I mean, they pad stats. Five of those 37 touchdown passes was against a fourth-string offense the last game of the season. Come on, man. Keep it 100 with Dak and the Dallas Cowboys, man. They're not out there to win no games. They out there to have stats. Keep it all the way 100, man. They played their starters in a meaningless game. So Zeke can get 1,000 yards rushing. So CD can get 1,000 yards receiving. And so Dak can have 5 touchdown passes in the game. What was the stats in the playoffs when it mattered, when nobody wasn't playing with them? What was the stats in the playoffs? 37-10. What that mean? You know how many times that defense bailed out Dak Prescott this year? Bailed him out against Washington. You know how many times that defense bailed out Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott has been so mid-tier. So mid-tier this season. It's laughable. For real. Laughable. Y'all want to talk to me about 37-10? What happened in the playoffs? The Dallas Cowboys was the only favorited seed. The only seed that was a favorite that lost. And you talking about 37-10? They got people crying on TV. 37-10? The fans was throwing trash at the players. And you talking about 37-10? That 37-10 don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. They won 3 playoff games in 25 years. 37-10? Nobody don't care about that. He went home the same time we went home. With 37-10, right? Come on, bro. Stop it, man. Stop it. My guy Daniel Frazier, thank you for the super chat. Do people expect Hurts to win a Super Bowl his first 4 years as a starter? Probably. 37-10. It's laughable. It is laughable. The audacity of the NFC East. For real. Let's talk real quick. I got a couple more minutes. Let's talk. The audacity of the NFC East. The audacity of Giants fans to be asking me after the season over, look, little trolls in the comments, how's Hurt season working out for you? Y'all haven't been over 500 in 5 years. In 5 years, Giants. You have not been over 5. You are the worst team in the NFL. The worst team in the NFL. Washington. At one point in time, they had McVay on the roster, Shanahan. It was somebody else, too. What's his name? In 2013. Washington is a laughingstock. The Washington football team is a laughingstock. A laughingstock. I do not take that football team serious at all. They are, LaFleur, that's who it was. They are a complete joke. A complete joke of a franchise. Their name next year is the Commanders. They was running around here beating their chest. Oh, we won a division last year. At 7-8, they was running around here proud of winning a division that nobody was even proud to be a part of. The Giants, they tried to hype up Joe Judge as much as they could. Louis T said, Joe Judge make me want to run through a wall. Joe Judge ran through a wall and got hit with a pink slip. Pack your dust up and leave. When Joe Judge ran through that wall, pack your dust up and leave. Everybody laughs at Dallas's head coach. Who's Dallas' head coach again? What's his name? I forget his name. McCarthy. We're all going to forget his name soon because he'll be gone next year. If not this offseason, he will be fired. He has the clock management IQ of a pastry dish. He has the clock management IQ of a pastry dish. Nick Sirianni was the best coach in the division. Nick Sirianni was the best coach in the division. I don't care. Y'all could give Ron Rivera all of these names. Riverboat Ron. He got 3 winning seasons in 11 years. 3 winning seasons in 11 years. Riverboat Ron. What? Joe Judge was a joke. No, it wasn't no lag. It wasn't no lag. It was not a lag. If you thought that was a lag, you're sadly mistaken because I'm not done. I'm not done. I am not done with the rest of this division. In audacity, I shouldn't even be talking to nobody from this division. For real, for real. What can the Giants in Washington say to us? What can they say to us, y'all? Dallas is a laughingstock. The Dallas Cowboys have been very, very quiet this week. Very quiet. The only team that's proud, that should be proud, is the Eagles. But we ain't even act like we got nothing to be proud about. We're always disappointed. We're always hurt. We're always hurt and disappointed. Not me. I'm proud to be a Philadelphia Eagle fan. I'm proud that this team exceeded expectations. I'm proud. Because you could be a Giant. Y'all don't have no expectations. You could be Washington, who does not have expectations. You could be the Cowboys, who never meet expectations. Who you want to be? Who you want to be? Who you want to be? Talking about Dak is 37-10. Man, no, I don't care about none of them stats. Herbert threw for 5,000 passing yards, and what playoff game he played in last year? All the damn excuses they making for Justin Herbert. What playoff game he been in last year? The way that the media, including myself, I was in love with the Chargers coach. He damn sure pulled the wool over my eyes. I was in love with Brandon Staley. How he was talking about, oh, you need to run the ball. You need to do this. Running the ball creates a physical identity. And Nick Sirianni, I got this from E-Rock. This makes sense. And Nick Sirianni out here talking about flowers and building the culture, hanging out with his team. You got to run the ball. Some people talk the talk. Some people walk the walk. Brandon Staley was just talking. He was just talking. It sound good. When Nick Sirianni got up there and talked, and E-Rock made a good point about this. When Nick Sirianni got up there and talked, we laughed at him. Not me, y'all. Y'all laughed at him. Oh, he got a study, got a speech impediment. We laughed at him. He talking about flowers. But when it was time to put them boots on and run the ball, who did it? Nick Sirianni is the best coach in the NFC East. The best coach in the NFC East. And I'm going to stand on that all offseason. And I'm going to stand on that all offseason. Calm down, LB. You sweating too much on your rant. Sweating? Come on, man. I'm too cool to sweat. Sweating? I got on a full wool coat. Ain't no, and a drop of sweat. I laughed, but still stood by Nick. No, you was right to laugh, Desert Eagle. Everybody was right to laugh. I was like, what? But I was like, he nervous. I already knew what it was. But when it was time to change up the game plan and not be stubborn and run the ball and get behind those all-pro dudes on that offensive line, that's what he did. That's what he did. LB, my last 30 years been competitive, and I got a ring. Dallas, Washington, no. It hasn't been competitive for him. It hasn't been competitive for him. Flowers everywhere, right? You know what? In my official video, man, I'm gonna wear a flower shirt, man. My guy sent me. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about a lot of the deficiencies that Jonathan Gannon, you know what I mean, displayed during the course of this season. You know what I mean? And how we can be better and how we can benefit from a new defensive coordinator. And I'm gonna try to get some all 22 tape. Some all 22 tape on Devontae Smith, man. He did a lot of great things, but I think it's some stuff on tape as far as him coming back to the ball that he could tighten up on, man. You know, listen, it's always something to work on. He was damn near perfect, but there's always some stuff, man. But, you know, we're going to get to it, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all. Official video coming later. You know the vibes, man.